It's now possible for you to move to Canada in 14 days. Yes, I'm talking about relocating to Canada to work in just 14 days. And you don't need a work experience, you don't need an English proficiency test, you don't need a proof of funds in your account. You're going to be granted visa to go to Canada to work in just 14 days, 4 days. Are you interested in knowing how to get this work? Then give me 1 second. I'm gonna dash up to the market and I'm gonna be right back with more. In that time, I want you to get a pen and get a pad and be ready.
You know the way I do it when I drop lyrical. Anytime I spit lyrical, philosophical. All the niggas mimical, but they stare still on taking literal. Punchlines collateral. Maximum damage.
Hello, Chronicles. Hello, YouTube. How are you all doing today? It's still your value-based king Fuse from FuseChronicles.com. Now, like I said in the introduction, it is now possible for you to relocate to Canada. Yes, move to Canada in just 14 days. How insane is that? 14 days for you to process all your documents and to move to Canada to resume working for a company, a Canadian company who is going to be acting as your sponsor. You can do this by taking advantage of the International Mobility Program. Now, the International Mobility Program is one that is designed for Canadian companies, Canadian employers, or Canadian sponsors, they're all the same, to employ temporary staff or temporary workers from other countries to fill in positions in their companies in Canada that Canadian workers cannot fill. So this is a program designed to give international people or people from other countries an opportunity to work in Canada on a temporary basis. Companies in Canada that offer jobs under the International Mobility Program, they go through a lot to bring this opportunity to people from other countries. For one, they take part in the labor market impact assessment analysis, in which the immigration services of Canada get access to this company to make sure that these jobs being advertised cannot be filled up by Canadian workers. Those that don't take part in the LMIA actually go on to offer or fill in an offer of employment in the IRCC website. These are all analyses geared at inspecting this company to make sure that the opportunity or the job positions cannot be filled by Canadian workers. I'm going to move on to my laptop in a little bit to show you guys how to find these jobs, okay? So when you find the jobs, you apply, and when you get accepted, you can move on to applying for a visa, or first of all, applying for a work permit and then a visa.
Hold up guys, before we continue, if this video is valuable to you, if you're getting some value bombs from this video, what are you doing? Why don't you go down, smash the subscribe button, okay? Particularly if you're interested in getting more visa videos or videos on documentations that you need to put together with your application to apply for a visa, or countries that are looking to offer jobs to foreigners to come in to take up positions in your companies. Why don't you think about subscribing down below? Smash the subscribe button, give us a like, because it helps us a lot with the YouTube algorithm. It tells Mr. YouTube that you found this video valuable, and you're going to find more people just like you all around the world to show these videos to. And while you're down there, why don't you click the bell icon, which is the notification bell that keeps you notified when we drop more valuable videos just like this one in the future. Now let's get back to the content so that you get to know more about this International Mobility Program.
Okay, so let's move on to my laptop now. I want you guys to go to the Canada Career website, okay? So it's canadacareer.com. You go to the website, and at the very top, you click Immigration FAQs, okay? You click Immigration FAQs, and you're going to click on this link, 2022 list of labor impact assessment jobs. You click on that link and you're going to see, as you can see, all these jobs are jobs that fall under the International Mobility Program. I want you guys to check all the companies. Check all the companies on this list. Check all the jobs being advertised by these companies and try to apply for as many as possible, okay? Before you apply, please look at the educational qualifications, look at the skill requirements, look at the job experience that you need to have. Yes, I said it at the beginning, you don't need to have any job experience and you don't need to take a labor market impact assessment test, okay? You don't need all this. That's why I want you guys to look out for this information. The ones that come through with a job experience, you can skip those. Get the ones that do not require any job experience at all, okay? Now, when you narrow down on the one you want, you can either apply for these positions by clicking, as you can see. You see this email? You can apply for this position by sending a cover letter and your resume or your CV to this email address. Or you can apply on the Canada Career website. You can see apply on this website, but I recommend that you send it to this email because this email represents a HR person for the company. You send it to them and you wait for them to respond to you. When they process your CV and the cover letter, if you're a perfect fit for this position, they're going to get back to you. They're going to get back to you one of three things. They're going to get back to you with a job offer letter, which is the same thing as an employment letter. However, some companies in Canada are exempt from taking the labor market impact assessment test or even filling out a company profile page and submitting an offer of employment. Companies that are not exempt from taking an LMIA test or sending an offer of employment to the IRCC are going to send you an offer of employment number. They're going to send you an offer of employment number. The offer of employment number is what you use to apply for a work permit, okay? But companies that are exempt from taking a labor market impact assessment test or even sending an offer of employment to the IRCC would send you a contract. They're going to send you a contract in which you have to accept to start or to get access to that position when you get into Canada. The contract sent to you is what you're going to attach with your work permit application. Guys, please pay attention. I want you guys to pay attention because if you miss any of these steps I just itemized, you are going to be rejected your work permit. And without your work permit, you cannot resume this position. You cannot even get your visa to travel to Canada. Okay? Now, if you ask me, guys, I want you guys to apply for an open work permit. An open work permit gives you the right or the permission to switch employers when you get to Canada. Now the question is going to be, but Fuse, it's already too good to be true. I'm taking advantage of the International Mobility Program. Why do I want to switch employers? You might need to think about switching employers if you do get to Canada and you find out that what was advertised by this employer is not what you met on land in Canada. Do you get? Maybe there is a history of employee molestation in the company, sexual assault in the company, or maybe there is racial prejudice by certain elements in the company. You might want to switch ship and move to another company or another employer. An open work permit gives you this authorization or grants you this level of authority. However, the other type of work permit is known as an employer-specific work permit. This does not give you any right or permission to switch ship if you get to Canada and find out the employer you're going to be working with is not that conducive. Okay? Now, there are certain conditions and criteria that you need to meet to be able to get an open work permit. For one, you need to be someone who is in the process of applying for permanent residency, or maybe your partner or your spouse is applying for permanent residency, maybe someone who studied as an international student in a different country or in Canada, or maybe someone who has been working or who has been studying but is unable to pay his tuition fees or meet up with his fees payment obligation for that institution. You are eligible. And there's a list of other criteria that you guys need to meet to be eligible for an open work permit. But don't worry, I got you all covered. If you want to know more about the criteria to meet to be eligible to apply for an open work permit, you guys can move on to our website, which is fusechronicles.com. We have an in-depth article that goes into the immigration mobility program, how to apply, how you can please your employer, the responsibilities and criteria to be eligible for this particular program, how to apply for the ordinary work permit or the open work permit. You can go there and you can read up on this, okay? So guys, I hope this video has been able to bring you guys this good news. This is great news, guys, for people who are looking to go to Canada under a skilled work visa but don't have work experience, don't have a labor market impact assessment, don't have maybe English proficiency, or don't even have any money at all to travel. With this particular program, you can get to Canada, get a job in your home country before traveling to Canada without any of this requirement. And guys, let me know whether the International Mobility Program is something you're interested in. Let me know if this visa program is something that is going to help you get from your country to Canada. And let me know what country you're writing or watching this video from so we can make more custom content for people in your country. So if this video was helpful to you, why don't you go down, smash the subscribe button, do us a favor, particularly if you want to get more information about travel documents, different types of visas to assess different countries. You might want to go down and smash the subscribe button. Click the bell icon, which keeps you notified whenever we drop contents like this in the future. And if this video was valuable to you, if you got some form of value in this video, why don't you give us a thumbs up? It helps us a lot. It helps us with the YouTube algorithm. It tells Mr. YouTube that you found this video interesting and they're going to show this video to more people just like you all around the world. And if you have family and friends who are thinking of traveling to Canada under a skilled work visa, why don't you share this video with them? I guarantee it's going to save a soul today and help them make the right decision going forward. And like I always say, happiness is a choice. It's your choice to make yourself happy, not the choice of your mom or your dad to make you happy. So why don't you say yes and choose to be happy today? I know that the International Mobility Program offers foreign workers an employment in Canada on a temporary basis. If you're interested in learning how to get a skilled work visa that is going to keep you in Canada on a permanent basis, meaning if you're interested in learning about programs that's going to offer you permanent residency while working in Canada, you might want to click on that video right there and get the information that you need for this particular program, okay? And until the next one, I remain your boy Fuse. Have a good week ahead. Bye-bye for now.